Are you wondering if there's a way to bring your husband back after a separation? What if I told you that there is hope, even when things seem impossible? Hi, I'm Michael Flynn, founder of Relationship Reset Academy, and I've spent over 10 years helping couples rebuild their connections and find lasting love again. In today's video, I'm going to share with you the step-by-step process I've used to help women like you reconnect with their husbands, rebuild trust, and restore the love that seemed lost. By the end of this video, you'll have actionable steps that can help you rebuild your relationship with your husband, even after time apart. But before we get started, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss another video packed with relationship advice that could change your life. Alright, let's get into it. First things first, you're probably feeling a mix of emotions right now: confusion, maybe regret, possibly a little hopelessness. But here's the good news: just because you're separated doesn't mean your relationship is over. You can rebuild it, and you can bring him back. Now let's break this down step by step. It's not about grand gestures or desperate pleas. It's about small, consistent actions that put you back in the right place, emotionally, mentally, and even physically. You ready? Let's go! Step 1. Understand what went wrong. The first step in winning back your husband after separation is to truly understand what went wrong. I know this might feel like opening a can of worms, but trust me, it's necessary. You can't fix what you don't fully understand. Now, I'm not suggesting you beat yourself up over the issues in your marriage, but taking an honest look at what happened can really help you move forward. Think about the moments where you felt disconnected, those arguments that always seemed to go in circles, or the times you both tried to communicate, but something just didn't click. Was it a lack of communication? Did you stop being able to relate to each other in the same way? Maybe, as life's demands piled up, you both just grew into different versions of yourselves? Take a step back and reflect on how both of you showed up in the relationship. Were there patterns? Maybe you noticed that whenever a certain topic came up, things would turn tense. What was that about? Or did your needs, emotional and otherwise, go unmet for a long period of time? These things matter. This is the part where most people get caught up in finger-pointing or blaming. But I want you to take a different approach. Think of it as a learning opportunity. Look at the relationship as a whole, both of your actions, reactions, and attitudes. Why? Because when you understand the why behind what happened, you're better equipped to take corrective action moving forward. Don't get stuck in the blame game. Whether or not it was your fault or his fault doesn't matter in the long run. The key to getting him back lies in understanding how things unraveled and making sure you address the key issues at play. This doesn't mean you need to fix everything in an instant, but the more clarity you have about what happened, the easier it will be to put together a plan to rebuild your bond. It's also essential to reflect on your own feelings during this time. How did you handle conflict? Were there ways you could have communicated better or handled challenges differently? Look inward, not to beat yourself up, but to recognize what parts of yourself you can work on for the future. Once you've really processed everything, you can start thinking about what steps to take to fix the issues that led to separation in the first place. Step 2. Give him space, but don't fade away. Okay, let's be real here for a moment. The space thing? It's a bit of a balancing act. It's like walking a tightrope: too much space, and you might risk him moving on. Too little, and it could feel suffocating or make him feel like you're clinging too hard. But when done correctly, this space can be a crucial part of the process. Here's what I mean: after a separation, emotions are raw. Both of you are probably still processing things, and continuing to stay in each other's faces might just make everything worse. No one wants to feel pressured into making a decision when emotions are running high. So, creating a little space for both of you to breathe and reflect is absolutely necessary. That being said, space doesn't mean disappearing from his life altogether. It doesn't mean going silent for months or avoiding him entirely. Instead, space means not bombarding him with texts, calls, or constant reminders of how much you miss him. It's about giving him the time and mental space to miss you, to think about the relationship on his own terms, without feeling overwhelmed. During this time, focus on your own growth. Take care of yourself, whether that's by diving into a hobby you've been neglecting, setting new personal goals, or just taking a break to relax and find some peace of mind. This is all about showing him that you're not stagnant, that you're evolving and growing as a person, and that you have your own life to lead, regardless of the relationship's outcome. You want him to realize that while you value the relationship, you don't need him to feel complete. That subtle shift in your energy is incredibly powerful. You'll start showing up more confidently, more grounded in who you are. When he sees that you're comfortable and confident in your own life, it can spark a sense of admiration, making him realize that the space between you two can be filled with something more meaningful. That's where the "don't fade away" part comes in. Space doesn't mean vanishing into thin air. It means allowing him the opportunity to come to you when he's ready, but not losing your own sense of self in the process. Stay in touch occasionally, but let him reach out to you. Allow him the space to miss you and realize what he might be losing. At the same time, don't let this space turn into months of silence. Keep some form of contact that shows you're still there, but in a non-clingy, non-desperate way. A simple text here and there, a casual check-in, or even just sharing a meaningful moment without the heavy expectation that everything will suddenly fix itself. Space is a tool to reset the dynamics, not to create more distance. Step 3. Rekindle the emotional connection. Now, when it's time to rebuild that connection, don't just jump into fixing things on a surface level. You've got to go deeper than that. Rekindling the emotional connection is what will make or break the possibility of getting back together. It's not about simply getting along or having a few good conversations. It's about reigniting the spark and the bond that made your relationship unique in the first place. The emotional connection is the glue that holds everything together. It's the part of your relationship that makes you feel heard, valued, and understood. So, when you start reconnecting, focus on those emotional touchpoints, the things that matter most to you both. Let go of the old baggage and approach each other with a fresh perspective, focusing on the positive memories and experiences that made you two a team. Start by talking about the good times. Reminisce about the things you used to do together, the inside jokes, or the moments that made you feel connected. Talk about how you felt when you first met, what made you laugh, and what your dreams were together. By doing this, you begin to tap into that emotional wellspring that once existed between you. But here's the trick: don't just talk about the past. Use it as a bridge to the present. Ask him how he's feeling about things now, and share your own feelings without putting pressure on him. You're not trying to rush into anything. Instead, you're creating a safe, non-judgmental space where both of you can open up. One of the best ways to rekindle that emotional connection is by showing him that you're still the same person he fell in love with, but also someone who has grown and matured. That doesn't mean pretending to be perfect, but rather being vulnerable and honest about your feelings. Share your thoughts on what you want moving forward, not just as a couple, but as individuals who have learned from past mistakes. Remember, rekindling emotional intimacy isn't about forcing deep conversations. It's about building trust again through consistent, small actions. Whether that's showing empathy in a tough moment, offering encouragement, or simply being present, the little things matter. Over time, these moments build up and create a stronger, more meaningful connection. Getting your husband back after a separation is completely possible, but it takes effort and the right mindset. Focus on understanding what went wrong and creating space for both of you to heal. If you're dedicated to the process and willing to put in the work, the relationship you want can be rebuilt. Remember, your path to reconciliation doesn't end here. If you want more insights on rebuilding your marriage and ensuring your happiness, head to romancedictionary.com/marriage. You'll find powerful resources that will help you every step of the way. The link is in the pop-up here and in the description below. If this video helped you today, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and turn on post notifications so you never miss a new video. I've got so much more to share, and trust me, you're going to want to stay tuned for what's next. And hey, while you're at it, drop a comment letting me know what you think or what you're struggling with in your own relationship. Your feedback is important to me, and I'd love to hear from you. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.